Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Mandy. I wanted to make a intro for this video. Today we are making beef stew in the crock pot for our Crocktober recipe for this week. It's coming out a little bit late and I apologize, but it was a busy weekend. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope you're having a fabulous day, whatever day you're watching this. And I would love it if you would give me a thumbs up and subscribe. All right, let's make some beef stew and homemade bread. All right, so for this recipe, I cut up a London broil into these little chunks. In this bowl, I have about 1 cup of flour. I'm gonna go ahead and add some salt, some pepper, and some granulated onion. You can kind of just add whatever seasoning your family likes. This is just what I thought sounded good and what my family enjoys. And then you're just gonna mix that together with your hand preferably. And you're gonna toss all those little meat chunks into the flour and get them really well coated. Coated. And this is my least favorite part, getting my hands all clumpy with the flour. No, but this is a very important step, honestly. I would say your food's going to be 10 times better if you brown it in a skillet before you slow cook it. It adds so much flavor, and then with the flour it helps thicken it. You just got to do it. So here I'm heating up my cast iron skillet. I did not let this get hot enough before I added the meat and it started sticking, but you know, just impatient. So I've never done this before, but I put my meat in my colander and shook the flour out of it. And then I just dumped it all in here. You just want to get a nice brown coating on all sides as best you can, and that's it. Nothing too fancy. Just brown up those floured sides of those beef chunks. And I didn't get it like as good of a brown on here as I would like, but you know, do you, okay? You want to brown it, just brown it. Just brown it a little. You don't want to brown it, you just want to stick it in the crock pot, that's fine. I took 2 cups of water and put it in my crock pot. I also added 2 teaspoons of this Knorr beef bouillon. I prefer this over beef broth any day. I will never have cans of beef broth taking up space in my pantry. No, sir. This beef bouillon and the chicken bouillon, very good. I've even used a tomato. It is also good. I'm using this brown gravy packet. I actually have a big container of this, but I wanted to get this out of my pantry. And then I'm gonna whiskey good. Just mix it all up. Add whatever you want in there. You could put some ranch powder in there. I have this leftover onion. My husband cut this up for cheeseburgers the night before and we didn't use it, so I'm using that up. Normally I'd probably put a little bit more in there, but again, you add whatever you like. This is just how I did it this time. This is not how I do it every time. Although I do brown the beef every time. You can see there it's sticking real good. Now I'm just gonna cook the onion a little bit. And I'm gonna deglaze the pan with 1 cup of water. And then we're just gonna scrape the bottom of the pan really good to get all those delicious bits that got stuck. And it also makes washing the skillet afterwards much easier. I don't know why I don't think of this all the time when I get something stuck on the bottom of this pan. Just heat it back up with some water in it and it'll come right off, no problemo. You're also like, this is like another depth of flavor, scraping all those bits off. Look at the, you guys saw that, right? That looked delicious. And here I'm going to take this very hot, heavy skillet over to my crock pot and I'm going to dump it in. Yum. That looks so good. I actually just ate it for lunch and it was delicious. So, scraping all those bits into the crock pot, all that flavor. And there it is. Already getting thick because of that deglazing. Deglazing? Yeah. Yeah, I deglazed the pan. Deglazing process. Mix it up, turn that bad boy on, and boom. It's gonna cook your food for you low and slow all day long. Oh yeah, I guess I need the lid. Okay, now I have it on high. How long am I gonna cook this for? 4 hours. Oh, and I forgot to show you me chopping up the potatoes, but I did in this fun little chopper here I got from my husband for his birthday that I use very often. I just chopped up a bunch of potatoes that were getting soft and threw them in. This is a lot of potatoes, but it was delicious. And here I'm just showing you I'm making some bread on the side. This is my Betty Crocker cookbook. I can't remember if my grandmother gave this to me or my mom, but I love this old cookbook. It brings back fond memories. Anyway, this is just like a basic white bread. I love these old black and white pictures showing you how to do it. They're just great. Back to the soup, or stew. Sorry, this is not a soup. I thought the potatoes would just cook for an hour. Ooh, there's the bread. I should have split that up and put it in 2 pans, but it's fine. It worked out. Anyway, potatoes were not done in an hour. I had to transfer it to a pot and cook it on the stove at a little higher heat because it was not cooked all the way. We don't like to put carrots in our stew. At least we don't like to cook them in our stew. We like to cook them on the side and then add them in at the end. I find that it makes your stew taste more like beef stew than carrot beef stew, if you know what I mean. I don't know, when you cook the carrots in the soup or the stew, it makes the soup or stew taste like carrots, and I don't like that. My family's not big on cooked carrots, so if I cook them on the side and then add them in, yeah, look at how huge my loaf is. Anyway, carrots on the side. It was delicious. This bread is amazing, and this stew, oh, yum, with all those carrots. Yes, I love cooked carrots. All right, this was it. Croctober recipe number 3, done.